90 or even like 100, but that's kind of too much. So from now on he can pump units non-stop, getting the Spire for the Corruptors, of course. We will see such a nice macro game once again, and actually Naniwa getting a lot of Immortals before the first Colossus right now.
We do see a lot of players actually getting a ton of drones. I know that Rekt likes to get just about 1 million. There was one practice game where he got like over 100. He was at around 107 actually. But we also see players like July.
Hold that thought though. Sorry, but MorroW coming in, getting force field, but just boring right underneath, not losing too much at all. The Hydras were behind the Roaches, so they didn't take any harm. Very well played, and MorroW expanding. You know, just again after applying some pressure, up to 6 bases 5 bases pretty soon. That's kind of insane, I gotta say.
Twilight Council is down for Naniwa, as well as 2 gateways. He's probably going to transition into High Templar, I would say. He does have 1 Colossus out, but in these numbers, especially with the Burrow, he should just go into High Templar, since obviously he was actually trapped just now behind his own force field and couldn't pursue another engagement, this time in the open, which is a huge advantage for MorroW actually, since the force fields won't be able to do nearly as much. The Hydras are doing a lot of damage, but with the Colossus out and a huge number of Stalkers, MorroW is probably actually going to lose this fight, even though Hydras are extremely good against gateway units. Yeah,
2 Immortals went down, but other than that, Nani kept his sentries, had good force fields down, and after this fight he feels pretty confident to expand, so he's taken his own 4th. MorroW left with mainly Hydralists, and he doesn't have any Carapace upgrades, so his stuff is very, very squishy. Nani now almost up to 1-1 with his double forge that can continue upgrading since the Twilight Council is down already, so very nice play there. And Nani is going to have a pretty aggressive stance right now, but I don't think he's going to go in. He added up some sentries though, so you can have a little bit more of a force field power here.
He is getting Blink actually for his Stalkers, so that they will be able to pursue everything, especially these slow Hydras. Cuts off a lot of units just now, but they do escape. Most of them do escape with Burrow just now. Rich is regenerating with that Burrow once again to full health.
And the 5th base is getting operational for MorroW. Love how he's getting a Spine Spore Crawler combination right now in order to be safe against High Templar. Sorry?
Tons of Corruptors coming out.
Oh yeah. Nani in a little bit of a weird spot, still hanging out in that valley. I kinda like it because with the Xel'Naga vision you're not really afraid of the high ground, because basically without the vision advantage high ground doesn't do much except for the fact that MorroW can get a little bit of a nicer concave right here. But yeah, I mean, both players just having a little standoff. MorroW macroing up so hard. Both players at the same harvester count actually, and MorroW now preparing his Baneling drops, getting drop and Baneling Nest right now.
So MorroW is already extremely ahead, but he does need to be very, very careful, because with the Colossus numbers out, he can stand to lose a ton of his Hydra force. He needs to be very careful about keeping them behind his Roaches. Actually coming out and taking down some of these Spine Crawlers, but still not working on those creep tumors.
But here comes MorroW trying to engage Naniwa, but the force fields were deployed again. And oh my god, did all the Corruptors just die? I think MorroW was a little bit lazy. 3 remain here. But yeah, that's the only 3 Corruptors that remain. I think they only took out like 1 Colossus, if I'm not mistaken. 3 still on the field. Not a good exchange from MorroW at all, so he's getting a little bit behind after that. Still maxed obviously, but that's never a good exchange to lose like 7 Corruptors or something like that.
That was really, really smart of Nani actually. He sacrificed the damage that his Colossus could have done by pulling them back completely, so they're just wandering around. But by doing so, he really just prevented MorroW from doing any damage with the Corruptors while he's sniping completely. Tons of Spine Crawlers going down for MorroW at his expansions. Does actually need to run away with this force, since the Colossus numbers are big enough that he can stand to lose a lot of it. It's actually a supply block from the recent Overlord snipes, however.
That's sad, but yeah, he does have enough right now. Back up to 200. I'm at 20 minutes and 50 right now, just in case we're getting a little desync. Nani's still wandering around. Love this aggressive position with that mainly Stalker, Colossus composition. Nice force, it's going down again, keeping the Corruptors from hitting. Keeping the Colossus away, and the Corruptors getting sniped again. And 2 Colossus remain. Actually, that is huge for Naniwa right now. He might be very well able to take this fight with ease. No Guardian Shields, but so many Stalkers, and Colossus just ripping through the Hydras without a problem. A huge supply difference right now. Only 50 in army value for MorroW. That can't be right, but anyways, MorroW reinforcing right now. Bailings are up, but they can't do anything straight up. So, wow, what a huge battle for Naniwa.
Dropped for those Bailings.
Yeah, he does, indeed. And Storm is on the way, just as you predicted. More gateways coming up with the... Is that a 5th and a 6th base coming up for Naniwa?
Yes, at once. He really needs the gas to keep up a huge amount of high tempo play.
Huge surround right now from MorroW, though. Getting all the sentries with the Banelings.
I love that flank, especially with the Burrowed Roaches coming in after the force fields are down. Really cleaning up this huge army. That was a huge, huge loss for Nani. Just a beautiful, beautiful flank. Great against Colossus, of course, because there are so many fewer units piled up for them to really splash. He still has 4 Colossus, but lost almost all of his ground support forces for those. So he needs to really turtle up and not let MorroW do too much damage, since MorroW is recapped again with so many bases operational. Yeah,
that was what was looking like a really, really good advantage for Nani. Turned around pretty quickly. It's not a lost situation right now, since, as you said, he kept his Colossi, which is the most important unit right now. If you lose those high-tech units, you really can't reproduce them, and in order to be safe against the Zerg units that are very cheap. MorroW is splitting up right now, trying to use the time he has right now while the Stalkers are dead, and running a lot of roaches, about 20 roaches into the 5th and 6th of Naniwa, and he's going to be able to snipe at least one Nexus. The other one is pretty well secured by cannons, but those are only powered by one power.
He's actually sacrificing these other roaches to make it provide a distraction while his roaches take care of these extra
very nice.
It's absolutely essential right now that he stays ahead on base count. If he lets Naniwa get those up, he will be able to produce Colossus and High Templar at extraordinary rates and just crush MorroW.
Nani, though, not too impressed, coming in to the middle 3 o'clock thing, and he's going to be able to snipe that Nexus, that hatchery without a problem. Meanwhile, MorroW at the 12 o'clock probably going to be able to clean out those Stalkers, but that's the thing. Naniwa can pretty much just run around the map and do a lot of economic damage right now.
Not microing those, so the Blink Stalkers actually come in and clean those up before they can target the hatchery of the Nexus down. Meantime, Split Force is trying to take care of whatever Nani has, but really not being able to do much. Overlord's getting sniped. Bailey's not doing too much since everything here is armored.
2 Colossus were sniped already. 3rd one goes down. 4th one goes down. The Nexus at the top survives, but a lot of Colossus went down here. Roach is now flanking from the left again. Going to grab 2 more Colossi. What a huge loss for Naniwa. Once again, MorroW with the beautiful control in this game and the excellent macro does a lot of damage still. The Templar transition should be ready for Naniwa, but I'm not sure if he can afford a lot of Templars right now. He did manage to keep one of the Nexi in the 12 o'clock, which is pretty huge, since they are on equal bases now. Actually, MorroW is 1 base behind. Didn't quite expect that.
He does take expansions at the same time, however.
He does.
So they should be able to catch him up if he does successfully defend those, which it is very easy to defend, since he only has to control the middle area to prevent Nani from getting there. I'm not sure if I like how MorroW always tries to scrape by with the absolute minimum number of Corruptors. His macro is great, his creeper strat is great, it's just that his corrupted numbers are just always a bit... always just too few by a few. Like, Sheth and Rhett both do a really great job of getting the perfect number of Corruptors to just take out those Colossus, but not have too many left over to just sit around and be useless. Another engagement in the middle. Hopefully he won't lose his roaches, but with the blink, the Stalkers are able to catch up. Baneling Bombs do a great job. Not against Immortals, however. Oh, the Templars do survive as well, and those are crucial right now. They can Storm. One Storm goes down on the Roaches. Roaches are very beefy against Storm, and GG for MorroW. The complete tech switch from Nani going into Zealot, Stalker, Immortal, Templar kind of caught him off guard, I guess, and he didn't quite have enough stuff to remake. So, good game. Naniwa keeps that lead in the game he had. And we have a 1-1. More games to come. And I won't forget the overlay in the next game. It's a really big MLG logo on these map previews.
Yeah, let's up game number 3. It's gonna be on Metalopolis. Ah, yeah.
I hope it's cross positions.
Hope so. Oh my god, I have so many fucking queries. Sorry for the overlay. Oh my god. Herp, derp, derp, derp.
I really like these macro map choices. They would be better for Mars since he is such a macro heavy player. Just need to be careful about sniping, keeping Nani on lower bases. That's how he really won the last one, continuously sniping that third base.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I love those choices too. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not sure if, it was a good idea to split his forces because he really could try to engage with the other half of his forces, but in the meantime, he didn't micro his ridges up at the 5th base and snipe it. He was definitely going to lose those ridges anyway, so he should have focus fired on the Nexus instead of, just trying to pick off stalkers and then just move around attacking random things.
Yeah, to the maps, I mean, I think, on paper, if you want to call it that, they're basically very favorable for MorroW, but, Nani said he was fine with it, so, and that's kind of what I saw this show match as a little bit of an experiment too, so, just seeing normal PvZ basically, but in always forced macro spawns and maps. So kind of really curious. It could really go either way. So I guess we are just gonna jump into game 3. I have the overlay on my mind. I will not forget it. I guarantee you. So let me back up one more. So I'm guaranteed to be at the start of the replay. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready too?
Yes.
Excellent. So we're getting into game number 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Overlay is off. Go ahead, introduce the players.
Okay, so we have Dignitas Naniwa spawning at the pink Protoss at the 1 o'clock position. And cross map, we have Mouse Mara spawning as the red Zerg. So these are great positions for Mara. He can feel free to expand, take a third very, very easily.
Oh, balls.
As well as probably 4th and 5th.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's so bad. I just hit B. I backed up. Damn, we gotta resync. Can you pause? Can you pause at some point? Where are you?
44.
Oh, shit. So bad. I'm so bad with those replays. 44. Can do that. Okay. Then let's start again. No problem. 3, 2, 1, go. Excuse that little hiccup.
It's very easy to do that when switching around menus.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. So, yep, okay. B is for back up, and
at least you didn't press T.
Yes.
Bummer. Anyway, so MorroW will be able to see soon that he isn't actually close positions by air, so you will be able to assume that it is cross positions. The MLG changes or eliminating close positions actually kind of make a lot of maps like this one, Lost Temple, 3-player maps. So that's really interesting, since it will be faster to scout, actually. He will be able to just turn the Overlord and know exactly where his opponent is. He should be very, very happy with these positions. As long as he kind of keeps sniping Nani's third, he will be able to take a third fairly easily himself if he does get creep spread, which is very possible with such a long distance that Nani would have to traverse, kind of poke into his territory to try and eliminate the creep. So with that mobility and speed roaches, he should be able to defend a third and 4th base extremely easily.
Yeah, very true.
Still go for 14 gas, 14 pool, however.
Yeah, that's just what he does. He does that every game, I think. Haven't seen him doing something else in quite a while. And Nani did a very smart thing here. He did scout for the Overlord, as you can see on the minimap, a little bit of a unveiled fog of war. So he checked if MorroW's Overlord would come over, didn't see it at the timing it should be there, and then he just headed straight for the cross scout. So that's very nice, love it. You don't really have to, you don't have to scout close, because your opponent won't scout close. So yeah, love those maps. Big shout out to MLG. Awesome. And
a ton of players said that Metalopolis would be the perfect map if it didn't have close positions. So MLG really kind of just, hey, let's do it.
Yep.
Also, I love the ramp mechanics that it can't be blocked with 2 bunkers anymore. So no more Idra rage quits. I mean, it wasn't like he was just completely angry. It's just that it is actually almost impossible for a Zerg to come back in that situation against a good player like Jinro.
It's true.
He would have had to play extraordinarily